What up, folks? magicJACK. I just renewed my subscription for magicJACK a few weeks ago. And admittedly, I don't use it nearly as much as I did when it first came out. I had the first generation of magicJACK, then I got the magicJACK Plus. For some reason, the magicJACK Plus disappeared, so I ended up getting magicJACK Express. Now I have magicJACK Go because it's $35 to renew magicJACK per year, and you may as well buy the new device. If rather than get a new subscription, it's better to get a new device and just keep the same number. But I noticed over the years people claim they had problems installing magicJACK. I never thought there was a problem to install magicJACK. It wasn't as easy as they put on the commercial with the little 5-year-old girl installing it and that was it. No, usually you installed it, you had to reinstall, you had to do a magic fix, and then it would work. And it wasn't perfect because most of my phone calls went through pretty cool, but occasionally you'd have phone calls with little glitches or shutdowns and stuff like that. Still, I thought magicJACK was cool at the time. When I first got it, I'm not a cut the cord type person. I'm going to keep my phone line. I just don't need to pay a whole lot of money with long distance calls, and magicJACK did prevent that. Since then, I started using Google Voice, so I don't depend on magicJACK as much, but magicJACK I still think is a good deal. I don't see why anybody would have a problem, especially now. I think they did improve it somewhat, so you don't get as many glitches as you did before. Now, I have not had a real conversation on a magicJACK call in maybe a couple of years. Usually if I'm using magicJACK, it's real short, I'm testing it or something like that. But I keep renewing because I always want an option. And I do have an option with Google Voice, but still I don't want to give up magicJACK. And I'm not going to cut my phone cord. But still, like I say, there's people out there who are complaining about magicJACK, and I honestly don't see the big deal. To me, if you're having a problem, I don't think it's magicJACK. I think it's something you're doing wrong. Just kind of work it out. But magicJACK does work. It's not for everybody, but I think it does work. I would use it a whole lot more, like I said before, if it wasn't for Google Voice and a few other things. I mean, there's WhatsApp. I can use that, even though you can't really call home phones with it. But from me calling cell phones, there's WhatsApp. There's Skype for some people. I'm not a big Skype person. I have Skype, but it's really rare that I use it. So for me, it's Google Voice and then I guess magicJACK. And see, since Google Voice has, you could use it on your cell phone with Google Hangouts and doesn't take any of your minutes. That makes me more inclined to use Google Voice. On the other hand, magicJACK has WhatsApp, and it does the same thing. So I've tried it. It sounds pretty cool, but I'm probably going to lean more towards Google Voice because I can link up so many phones, so many of my phones to Google Voice. I can link up my magicJACK to Google Voice. So it just has a lot of advantages. So what do you say? Are you having problems with magicJACK? And if you are, what do you think you could be doing wrong? If it's a slow Internet connection, well, that's the answer right there. But I like it. So what say you?